Hi, good morning, and welcome again to another edition of Market Analysis for today, January 22nd, 2024. I'm Giovanni Benacourt, analyst, trader, and educator with Vantage Markets. What a Friday, what a Monday, what a weekend. All right, so the S&P 500 finally touched a new record high on Friday, along also the Dow traded higher. Now, it recovered to just above the level last seen 2 years ago. Hopefully, that will finally close the book on the disastrous 2022 for stocks. The question now is how much scope there is for the market to keep going higher. There's a lot of news coming this week, but don't count on it providing many catalysts. Earnings so far this quarter have been mediocre, and when results have beaten expectations, the stocks have tended to fall afterward. So, more of that by the news sell the fact. Then this week has a lot more in store, like Tesla and Netflix reporting, also United and Alaska Air, two companies that work closely with Boeing, which has another problem with another model of airplanes. And we have that one problem with a door plug falling off an airplane. So that they're going to be giving updates. Home builder D.R. Horton, oil services firm Halliburton, and consumer goods maker Procter & Gamble also deliver results. Investors will get insight into the health of the consumer and the economy with such a wide swath of the companies giving updates. There are also gross domestic product figures for the fourth quarter on Thursday. Economists expect growth to have slowed dramatically from the third quarter. At the same time, headline inflation unexpectedly ticked higher last month, suggesting interest rates might not fall as soon or as quickly as investors had hoped. The Federal Reserve preferred gauge of price growth, the core personal consumption expenditures index, is due Friday and is expected to creep higher as well. The odds of a Fed rate cut in March have fallen below 50%. So put together so earnings and higher interest rates, and there's not much for stocks investors to share about. That's more or less been the story since the start of the year. Despite the S&P 500 nevertheless climbed to a new record, and the general guide when a market has a wide range day, which is conviction, is that the momentum will carry that market further, and any immediate retracement will be relatively shallow. So keep that in mind. Okay, you could probably see, would you see a 50% retracement? You could probably see that. So keep that in mind. All right. So let's take a look at what we can see for today in the Nasdaq indices. So the Nasdaq, we are in the London session. We had a nice rally to the upside. We're seeing that sort of a retraction right now, a bit. That could be that shallowing, but internally, the psychological resistance of 17,600 could be your target initially. I have mine right above that one anyhow. For support, 17,400, but initially, obviously, you wanna go with the trend, go be long, buy. The S&P 4,900. That's gonna be the resistance, psychological resistance for it. I have mine, yes, a bit higher than that. So let's go with the momentum. Support 4860. The Dow continues just to do wonders. So why not see if we can reach 38,200 as a psychological resistance level, and then the support 37,900. So yeah, long with the indices. Then we have crude oil. So if looking at this price action, the price in the London session, it dropped. We saw that lower fluctuation, and it has recovered. It bounced off that low, right? And is looking to keep back up. Let's see if this momentum will spill over when the U.S. session gets into full effect. So right now, I'm thinking that if he's gonna continue to just trend lower, $73 internally could be that place for psychological support level. Otherwise, if it continues to recover, 74 obviously is the psychological level. I have mine at 74.63, which is basically almost the high of Friday. So let's see if we can revisit that Friday, the high of Friday. So I'm gonna be bullish. I'm gonna be aggressive. There's a lot of things about sweeten NATO and Russia, and let's hope there's not going to be a continuation or an addition to this war going on around the globe. So nat gas has opened with a big gap down, so it has bounced off nearly up to 2030 cents. So let's see if it reaches halfway between now and the gap, which is right around 247, 2.47, and here continue to trend lower. So initially going long, but then when we reach this halfway of that gap, to let's see if you see it moving higher, then you could probably expect the market to kind of retrace or rebound from this high, from this resistance, and then just continue to trend lower, to trade lower. And then we have gold. So 2020 is that psychological kind of support level for it. I have mine at 2000 way down there, but you never know. And 240 could be that resistance for it. So I'm still seeing if gold can make another attempt at 2040, or otherwise just stay here and just idling, trading sideways. Silver, however, is trending lower, so $22 could be that psychological support level for it. Copper also trending lower. Let's see if it continues to trend lower, will we reach $3.70? Then Bitcoin is it's creating a channel of 2,000 between 40,000 and 42,000. It's right smack in the middle of it. Let's see what happens. Then the currencies are looking to stay around 109 for the euro and around 127 for the pound, and that could happen even higher for them if the dollar index just decides to continue to trend lower and it fluctuates below 103 towards the 102.50. Then you will see a nice pop in the currencies and the metals. Okay, so keep that in mind. So have a nice trading day, and I will see you tomorrow.